Giallo awoke to find himself refreshed and the Ogia intact. The jury rig for the carbon dioxide was still operating, and was still no dangerous objects within scanner range of the vessel. The scanner had also had new information on his prospective landing site on Hope. The good news was that a large part of the centre of the landmass may indeed be some form of grassland. The other news, whilst not bad, was again puzzling. The scanners picked up large concentrations of metals lying on the surface in a small, localized area. There were also a small number of fires scattered around the continent. The fires could be the reason for the increased levels of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which would be preferable to volcanic activity, explain why none of the other elements associated with volcanoes were also present in increased proportions. The downside was the thought of what could have caused so many localized fires to break out. The only one he could think of was lightning. The prospect of landing in a continent-wide thunderstorm was not one he was looking forward to. He needed to check Hope's atmosphere and weather conditions to see if this was an isolated incident or if Hope had a turbulent weather system. Ogier had been tracking the weather systems almost from the moment he entered into this system, and the readings he was getting were steadily more accurate as he approached Hope. The readings, however, didn't match the thoughts about thunderstorms. If anything, the climate was extremely steady. No winds of over 100 kilometers an hour being detected, and so far, other than heavy snowfalls in the southern region, all the weather systems were small and scattered. Giallo was at loss to explain it, a position he rarely found himself in. If the fires hadn't been caused by lightning strikes, that left very few alternatives. Sparks from rockfalls or coal seam fires were possible, but that wouldn't create such widespread distribution. It left him with a highly unlikely option of a large meteorite strike. Small parts of the meteor breaking off could have caused widespread distribution of small fires, left a concentration of metals near the surface at the site of the main impact. However, if this was the case, the meteorite had been large enough to cause such effects. The atmosphere should also contain large amounts of dust which should have shown up on the scanners. It just left him with the unsatisfactory option of unknown. Giallo didn't like unknowns. They're normally, as in this case, an example of not enough information. Giallo felt he could always decide upon the correct course of action given any problem so long as he was given all of the relevant information. Acting without enough information on which to base a decision made him uncomfortable, to say the least. It's almost like trying to predict human behaviour. You put all the information in, predict their behaviour for a situation, and most of the time be correct. But occasionally, do something totally irrational, and any calculations were then just null and void.